Hello, I'm Faye the Oracle. Thank you so much for joining me for the Manifesting 101 lesson today in our playlist. This is for our earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. We're talking about manifesting abundance in the I Am Abundance series, and I am excited today to help you guys figure out what it is that you need to know in order to manifest abundance at this time. So, jumping right into it, I'm calling on angels, spirit guides. Please provide me with the messages for our earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. What do they need to know in order to manifest the things that they need at this time? Ooh, something came through immediately for me. It becomes about letting go of ego for you all. Let's see. Just need two more and one fell on the floor. All right. Interesting. Okay, so first card we have here is the Strength card reversed. Second card is the Queen of Wands reversed. Third card is the Temperance card reversed. And then we will get right into these. So first and foremost, I'm definitely understanding that you guys have been struggling with things not coming to plan, not playing out the way that you wanted them to play out. And it's been affecting your overall inner confidence here. And I say that specifically because upright, these are two of the most significant cards in terms of courage, action, bravery, self-confidence, ambition, and drive. These two cards are also closely tied to our fire signs. So it could be that you guys are needing to invite more vigor and fire into your life, earth signs. So let's see. Seems to me that the issue of manifesting abundance for you right now with these two cards is that this lack of variety is causing you to have a shortage or a blockage of ingenuity. And being ingenuitive is one of the hallmarks of the earth signs for me. You guys really believe in digging in deep and working for what you want. And I feel that this is more of the energy of trying to figure out how to work smarter instead of harder. And that is often coming here, I feel like, with an acknowledgement of divine timing being at play with the Temperance card reverse. But also I feel as if it's trying to say that there is a definite need of more alchemical energy in your life. So the Temperance card, as you can see here, this angel is pouring from one cup into the other. So mixing of two things to create something else is known as creation, but it can also be a part of what we know as the alchemical process. If you know anything about metaphysics, we have manifestation being us using the law of attraction to bring forward what it is that we're trying to draw to ourselves into the material plane. Now, one of those things do have to come with recognizing that in order to have an even playing field against those who may have already the abundance that you are wanting, you must first recognize that there is a great amount of control that you have to let go, which is very, very hard, I'm sure, for anyone, but most especially for our earth signs. You're very grounded people, but you believe in getting what you can through what you can put your hands on. And oftentimes that makes you very resolute and very stubborn. So in order to manifest the abundance that you want and deserve, there has to be a protocol in place for how you can continue to have your resolve while also allowing the universe to move things in the way that it needs to in order for these things you're trying to manifest to take place. Now, I can definitely talk about how with these next cards, which is the Four of Swords reversed and the Five of Wands reversed. Something tells me that you guys are obsessed with being first about things, and that complicates things in the way that there really isn't anything new. The only thing new really is you, to be quite honest, because no matter how many times you may have come back in a new life or a new reincarnation cycle, you're the first instance of you to have existed here. This is your timeline, and it's your purpose to work it to your benefit. There are going to be a lot of people who have gone out and have tried different things before you, ahead of you, or already in existence by the time that you decide to have these ideas. What's important to recognize is that you have the unique point of view and advantage of being yourself. So regardless of what it is that you want to do, whether you have an idea or a product or a business that you want to do, nobody else is going to do any of those things the same way that you're going to do them. And the Queen of Wands is the card that knows that. It's also a card I associate it with showmanship. This is the kind of person who knows what they have to offer. They're very self-confident and they're very driven, and they have a strong sense of direction towards their goals. There isn't anything that you need to worry about in terms of obstacles that are going to come from other people being involved in your field. Saturation is only the kind of thing that comes up, honestly, if you're considering yourself from the position of all the people that you can see already doing it. It actually isn't really a possibility in the grand scheme of the online world and the huge population that actually lives here on Earth. There's always going to be someone who's going to stumble across anything for the very first time, and then they're going to dig into it or be interested in it or want to invest in it themselves. And you can rely on the fact that even if that person has had an experience with someone else, that doesn't mean that that other person got their sale. That doesn't mean that that other person gave them the unique experience that they wanted. It doesn't mean that the other person treated them to the level of detail that they've been wanting to have. And so one of those things that involve recognizing that you are a unique individual and capable of creating an experience very unique to you and what your point of view is that acknowledging that you don't live inside a bubble. You know, you have to be willing to step outside of yourself, out of your head, out of your self-limiting to beliefs, and being willing to move forward in the direction that you want and in a purposeful energy and attitude where you're going to create something that is completely new and unique to you. This is where the Seven of Swords comes in. So oftentimes people associate the Seven of Swords as a card pretty much about betrayal, deceit, things like that. But this is also a card of strategy. As you can see, this person is successfully getting away with these swords. So I feel that oftentimes people forget that the best way to put your best foot forward is honestly get out there and get whatever juicy details you can get from your competition. What are they doing that's successful, and what are they missing? There's something that they're not doing that you are completely prepared to already do. There's something that they're not saying that you're completely prepared to start saying. There's something that they're not offering that you're completely prepared to offer to them. Even, you know, sometimes your competition can also be your best customers depending on what kind of field you're in. And that's interesting because one of the things that I know that comes with manifesting is to have to remove the ego about it. You have to be in a complete place of reception. You have to be willing to accept that not everything that you're looking for is going to come in the package that you were expecting, and that's okay. Sometimes we need to go through a couple opportunities before we actually get the alignment we want to the real opportunity. And it's just a necessity as a part of one, not everyone is going to be prepared for what exactly it is that they want. You know, you can very much say that you want to be a CEO of your own business, but do you have your license? Do you understand how to manage your own books? You know, maybe it's time to really dig down and recognize that you still have a lot of things you could be researching before you even decide that there are too many people doing this, I'm not going to do it. There's always an opportunity to learn something, some avenue, some position, some angle that no one else is expecting you to come from. And when you recognize that every opportunity is also an opportunity for innovation, then you can set yourself forward on the path where you are recognizing that maybe your personal benefit comes with the level of education that you've been able to provide yourself on this specific topic or subject. One of my favorite things to say, one of my many mantras is I surrender to the universe and all that it has in store for me. Acknowledging to yourself that you are open to receive whatever is going to be the right fit, and you are willing to try anything until you find that right fit, puts you at the natural position of opportunity. And that could be opportunity on others who are approaching things from the tried and true methods that was set up before them, and not necessarily trying to rock the boat or change the way that things have gone thus far because it's worked when other people have done things this way. So let's see. Also, it's important to understand that not everyone has your charisma or personality as well. And so you may have a lot more sway than you are recognizing in the people in your life, or if you're able to smooth people a little bit to your personal benefit. So now moving forward, let's talk about some things that we need to release at this time in order to manifest the abundance you're wanting. Let's see. Spirit guides, angels. What do our earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, need to let go of at this time to manifest with you? I'll take one more card. Okay, interesting. All right, just going to start with these. So, this is Material, the Angel of Rain. So this is a card that I associate very much with opportunities, moments, seizing, carping to some DMs. Basically taking full advantage of whatever opportunities are available for you and recognizing that ideas are abundant. There are things that are going to materialize in your world at any given moment that could be a new opportunity for you to take advantage of. And it's important to recognize that when we are trying to take the immaterial and make it material, it can come from anywhere, any place, at any time. And being open and available to seize those opportunities is going to be key to making anything that you want great. And this is where I feel like it ties greatly to Estabus, the angel of divination. Some of you, I feel, already have strong intuitive abilities, or maybe because you're watching this video, you do tarot as well. There are lots of abilities that everyone has in terms of being clairvoyant that they could use to their advantage in order to discover new ways of taking things that they weren't expecting. Meditating and allowing new ideas to come that way. Free writing while you're in a deep, contemplative state is also another way. It could also be recognizing that your dreams are trying to tell you something, and that when you go to sleep every night, you sleep with a dream journal next to your bed so that when you wake up, you could just write down all the things that came to mind while you were sleeping. These are all great ways to recognize that everything that we're looking to bring into the material sometimes just comes as inspiration, kind of things or situations that we hadn't considered, or opportunities that we feel may not have been necessarily considered in people that you might find to be your competition. Which really drives home the message here with Raziel, the angel of mysteries, and Gabriel, the angel of heralds. Some of you are mystics, I just know that. And one thing I can say about us mystics is that there are a lot of things that we are privy to that we don't have any really good reason for why. And it could be your intuition, it could be your sixth sense, it could be your third eye, it could be your crown chakra being highly activated, however you want to call it, however you want to think about it. There are things out here in this world that are waiting to be born at every moment. And tapping into the understanding that there is information out there for you that you can call for, that you can ask for, that you can plan to receive through ritual, through journaling, through starting an altar and getting in touch with your ancestral lineage. All of these situations can offer you different ways to bring the immaterial to the material in the form of manifestation. One of those things that have come up for me is that I have gotten some of the best ideas for stories or for reading, like, tarot card reading topics like today have just come to me suddenly while I'm doing something else. And it was important for me to, like, take my phone out and get my notepad and write down these ideas so that I don't forget them, because they come and go so quickly. And I feel as if that you guys have been having a lot of these things come up. Something you may also have been noticing are synchronicities. So if there's ever a time when you looked at the clock and saw 1111 or 222 or 333, look those numbers up. Your angels do attempt to converse with you, to give you ideas, to send you messages, and they will sneak it in wherever they can. And taking advantage of those messages to act is the best way that you can take advantage of opportunities that the universe is trying to send you. One other thing as well is Israfel, the angel of song, and Netza, right leg of endurance. It's important that you get out of the idea of doing things wrong. Mistakes are a huge learning experience, and they allow us to understand how to pivot, how to move, how to shake, what works, what doesn't work. All the things that you need to know are often going to come in the form of failure for you. And so a big part of that is also removing any kind of delusions or illusions of you getting things perfect the exact first time that you have them happen. And from there, you'll be able to allow yourself to be in a place of better acceptance, and also to access a greater level of skill from yourself by being willing to try something and just see what happens. Get out there, make a mess, find out what you love, and then find out how you feel about it after you've tried it. Find out if you need to do it on a Wednesday or a Thursday or a Tuesday or at 7 a.m. or at 8 a.m. or at 10 p.m. Oftentimes we think that by doing what other people are doing, that's the best way to receive success, but it isn't the best way to receive success by your terms. And success should always be on your terms. And that's one of those first lessons to learn, is that oftentimes everything that we are expecting to come to us, once again, isn't going to come to us in the package we expected it to. But being willing to be flexible and to pivot and to accept that this is a great potential for you, regardless of what it looks like or how it feels or what it sounds like by trying it, that's the best way to manifest the abundance that you're wanting to have. But I thank you all so much for joining me here in the Manifesting 101. And as always, if you're interested in a personal reading, please do feel free to check the links out in the description box below. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to see when I post again. And I thank you so much for joining me today. Have a good day.